Hi all, welcome to Alter Ego Gaushi. This is your girl Gaushi signing in. Today's topic is all about an extreme sport coping with mental health in COVID. Without much further ado, I want to jump straight into the video, but before that, let me say those infamous lines. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the channel notifications as well. And finally, like all my social media platforms. Boom. There's some tips that I have used in the past couple of months to help me overcome these feelings, but before that I've got a little montage of my worst parts of COVID just to show you that not everyone has it easy as much as they show they do. That was just a quick sort of snippet to remind you that I love preaching, but sometimes it's very difficult to follow your own advice because we are humans at the end of the day. But rest assured, I have tried to create a very healthy lifestyle from home during the pandemic, and these are some of the tips that I use on a day-to-day basis to help me overcome some of the negative feelings. Tip number one is follow your own rhythm. Everyone is on their own individual path. Everyone is set out to do different things, different wants and different needs. So don't compare yourself to others. Do what you want to do rather than kind of complying to whatever everyone else is doing. We are the children of the internet. Social media captures only the best moments of life and rarely captures the vulnerable times or the bad times. So if you're thinking someone's doing fantastic, like Exhibit A over here, they're all fighting their own demons. They all have different types of problems. So the most important thing is don't compare yourself and lead your own life. Do what you want to do. Follow your passions. Whilst we're on the topic of social media, evaluate what you post. Does it depict how you truly feel? Just like how you would declutter your house, declutter your feed as well. Follow everything that sparks your soul, makes you feel excited about, and unfollow all accounts that kind of make you feel upset. And I think it's quite easy to fall into the trap of being productive and trying to upskill, but don't feel like you have to do that. And if that means sitting down and watching Netflix for 7 hours, so be it. Do what makes you happy. Tip number two is routine for the robots. Although I strongly believe in sort of living a spontaneous life, in order to create a healthy lifestyle, it is important to stick to a minimal routine. They say that it takes 21 days to create a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. You are the architect of your own life, so what type of lifestyle do you want to create for yourself? Tip number three is simply get out of bed at a set time and go to bed at a set time. Set time helps improve your sleep cycle, but more importantly, creates a good natural body clock for your body. Although this seems quite straightforward, I know in lockdown it's quite easy to stray away from that and sleep at whatever time you want and get up 5 minutes before you need to start work. But this is not going to be healthy for yourself because A, you're not getting enough sleep. I think in the initial stages of lockdown, I actually worked from bed, and this is very, very unproductive. I slowly transformed this and made sure that I was able to spend more time in my room. Hence, I've got some brilliant cushions around me, colorful pictures, a mirror. I got myself some essentials such as a plant as well. I've named it Elsa. I don't know why I've named it Elsa, but we move. This analogy can be applied throughout your house. Make sure that you declutter your home, clean up, buy things that you want to see on a day-to-day basis. After all, you are spending a lot of time at home. Tip number four is practice mindfulness. So at the end of every single day, I always say 3 things that I'm grateful for. I write it down. I also keep a weekly journal. I write down only the positive things and refrain from writing down anything negative. And at the end of the month, I read my journal and reflect on what a month I've had. And seeing some of the good things that happened during the month helps me sort of focus on all the good. Just as much as it's important to focus on the positive aspect of your life, it is very, very important for you to just sit back, relax, and feel also the negative ones as well. Process these emotions and filter it out and change the way you feel about it. So for every negative thought, think about what did that teach me, or how can I change this, and flip the script of your brain. One of the key things that have helped me recently is podcasts. Podcasts can go a long way. There is so much content on YouTube for free that can help you get into the right sort of mind space, and plenty more. There's so many apps out there to help with mindfulness. I know it's quite cliche for me to say this, but talk about your feelings. I am probably the worst person to say this, but I'm slowly coming out of my shell and talking to people about how I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis. I think the biggest tip that I can give you is go outside at least once a day. Humans are definitely not meant to be cooped up inside. We are animals that are meant to go out and venture. So go see the outside, feel that fresh air, feel that rain, feel that sunny weather or the snow or whatever the weather it is today. So if you haven't already, after this video, go for a cheeky walk. Tip number 6 is staying fit and healthy. I think recently you guys have seen my daily runs. I'm trying to improve on my daily runs, and I think keeping fit, it can be a pivotal point in your mental health, that it keeps you sane, it keeps you feel like you've completed something. So I always complete my run at the beginning of my day to make me feel like I've accomplished something already. So you can get some gym equipment. So after the lockdown, you don't have to go to the gym and wait 3 hours for a set of weights. You've got all the equipment at home. It's a worthy investment. We recently bought a set of weights, which is going to be helping with our sort of journey to mental excellence, we shall call it. Number 7 is really important as well, which is active distractions. I think because of the internet age, we tend to spend a lot of our time looking at screens. This is not meant to be optimal for our mental health. There are so many different ways to keep yourself actively distracted away from screen time. You can complete a puzzle, you can knit, you can run, you can exercise, you can cook, clean. I think the most important thing about active distraction is find something that you enjoy doing and do it for at least 1 hour every single week, and then increase the time as the time goes on and upskill that particular passion. So for example, I'm recently painting and I hope to fill this whole wall. Tip number 8 is be social. We have internet at our fingertips, so use it to your advantage. Arrange that Skype call, arrange that Zoom call, set up weekly quizzes. I personally call 3 contacts from my phone every single week, try and catch up with old friends. Tip number 9 is help your community. If you haven't got to know your neighbors already, I really don't know for you. There are plenty of vulnerable people out there who would require some attention and some assistance. This could be an elderly in your community, or even someone who's living alone because they haven't been outside, they haven't had that social interaction that all humans desire. So reach out to that friend, order them a cheeky takeout, it could change their day. And the other thing is maybe volunteer. So obviously the NHS is rolling out the vaccines at the moment and they require a lot of volunteers. Number 10 is keep learning. Dedicate some time for yourself to upskill or learn something new, because there's plenty of information to be sought. Knowledge is power, and keeping yourself sort of actively engaged in some sort of information would keep you feeling good about yourself. That's it from me. These are some of the top tips that I have used to help me during the pandemic, and I hope it will help you too. In the comments below, let me know if there's something else that you use that helps you overcome your negative emotions. But that's it from your girl Gaushi, signing off from Alter Ego Gaushi.